Well, it's my last night. It is April 18th. I think it's about 6 p.m. And I've been restless today. It's been a weird day of, you think about, I've been thinking about the journey here, then the journey here, and then the next to come. And I have a lot of different emotions. What's new? But what keeps hitting my soul, and I feel like I need to say out loud because I know I'm not the only person that this happens to, and I hear stories of people taking their lives and people feeling so unworthy. And what's interesting is the people that are spreading the hate and making you feel as though you're not good enough, they themselves feel unworthy. And it's this vicious cycle that someone has to break, right? So I was in a relationship where nothing I did was good enough, and it was never enough, no matter what. And that was also in some of my other close relationships, family. It just was hitting me from all angles for many years. And eventually, it starts to affect the person that you are putting this on. It just does. You can't, I couldn't, you can't. It takes a special person to really be able to block that out and understand what it is and why it's there and where it's coming from. But when you're in the middle of it, you can't always understand. And I couldn't. I didn't know. I knew that I'm not that terrible of a person, but it was just piling on me, and the manipulation and the just all of these things that you just can't get out from underneath. And you're trying so desperately hard, and you're trying to get this other person to see, and then you yourself become reactive, and you become this person that you're trying not to be. And that is what I was living in for so long. And I guess I say that to say thank you. Thank you for making it difficult for me. And thank you for challenging me to understand myself better, to understand the world better, to understand God better. My relationship with Him is so much stronger than it ever has been. I feel like I can take on so much more now that I have gotten through it. But it almost took me there, and it's almost taken me there many times. I would say probably about 3 or 4 times I've been really, really close to just wanting to end my life because there was so much physical and emotional pain happening at one time, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, and all you want it to do is stop, and you can't get it to stop. And the people in your life that are the closest sometimes make it even worse. And so you feel really lost. And I'm here to say, keep going. Separate yourself and keep going. And know that you yourself are enough. You've got it. And whatever is coming on to you is really just there. To be honest, this is what my psychologist said. What anybody is putting out is really a reflection of themselves. If they're saying, you don't support me enough, you're not this, you're not that, that's actually how they feel about themselves, right? Now, I'm not saying that's always the case in every single situation, but it is most often. And I want you guys to know, on both sides, just stop. Stop. Try to understand why you're feeling the way that you feel, and don't just try to put it on someone else. It's just not fair for anyone. And it's really hard to get through it sometimes. But I did. and so will you. You can get through it, 100%. And I know that I would not be this person right now, ready to take on the world, knowing the things that I do, the wisdom that I have gained, if it were not for those certain people that have just wanted to annihilate me. So thank you for your attempted annihilation, because you have only made me stronger, and I'm about to break out of here in T-minus less than 24 hours, and I have the strength to take on everything that God has put me on this earth to do. So I thank you, and I'll see you soon.